Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So welcome to another episode of Road to Endgame. This is a bit different because I'm now switching to my main account, which is at a much higher level. So at the moment, my main account's new max stage is 97,356. So I'm trying to farm a lot of the ultra prestige weekend. So I've done 18 out of 32. So I've got, what's that, 14 more to go. So I'll probably farm 14 prestiges today. And just stockpile for the next tournament on Wednesday. Now let's look at the results. So I end up first, which is great. It was lovely jubbly, I needed that. So at the moment, I am, just basically trying to farm and push as much as possible on my main account. I'm also in a new clan called Band Clanmates. They're 36 in the world, I think, which is pretty good. Getting a lot of tips and instructions on how to be a better player, so hopefully I can get to end cap much quicker rate. I went through the differences of this one, my main account versus my old account, my alt account, sorry. So if you want to see that, watch the previous episode in this series, and they're literally side by side to tell you the difference of both of them. So if you so if you want to see what the difference of that, and watch that. Again, if you've got any questions about my obviously my new main account, please leave a comment below and I'll answer them. So just go through a couple of questions from last one. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of questions and then I'll go through more tactics as the episodes go further and further on, and just seeing if there's anything different. So I've got a question from Billy. Billy says, love the channel. I just had a quick question. I just finished tournament. I had a close finish, won, and I was pushing right into the end. The tournament is now finished, but I can still increase my max stage without leveling up artifacts. Should I keep increasing it or intentionally stay lower with my current max stage? So what you should do, if you're in a tournament and say if you're in first place comfortably, I would stop pushing, save that potential for the next tournament. So yes, you get more relics if you push further, but it's always best to save that extra push, and then the next tournament would be a lot easier to push for another first place as well. So say if you're like, I don't know, 500 stages, 1,000 stages above the second place person, then you don't have to push anymore really. Just comfortably sit there, collect your rewards, and then push harder next time. So Kai says, when you craft a new equipment on equipment set, will you be able to choose which slot do you get? Yes. So once you've completed a full set, so when you get a crafting, if you haven't completed a set, then I can't do anything because I might be able to do it here. Yeah, if you haven't completed a set, it will just automatically choose a random one that's still available. But once you've completed it, you can select which one you want to craft next. So you can freely choose which item you want, which is great because then you can choose items that are more suitable for your build. Nothing to see here is asked, what is the best way to grind heavily strike splash skip? So increasing splash, the main one would be just increasing the heavily strike angelic radiance, so just leveling that up because that does direct impact. So if you max out that skill, that will give you the most splash. But there's also equipment sets. So if you go to crafting mythic AG, which stands for angelic guardian, where is it? There you go. So that's the times base max splash count of heavily strike damage as well, so you can get completed set for that. There's also a new one, there you go, Black Knight, which increases +4 base max splash count. So if you get those two sets, that would help. And then if you go to your first tab and go down to passive skills, you can increase mythical impact. So mystical impact is your sorcerer splash skip, which is your heavenly strike, and also arcane increases your passive skill effects. So basically, like the higher increase the arcane, the higher increases the mystical impact as well. So it helps them both out. So these kind of things you can help to boost your heavily strike splash skip effect. Okay, there's a Gold Flash says, hey, in one of your videos you commented about something about tournament strategy. What strategy exists? Is there a tactic where you can join tactical solo tournament? So yeah, basically there is a separate video. I've done top 10 tournament tips for 2020. Watch that video. I'll link it in the description below. That goes for all the details, much more It goes for all the tips in much more details. But in short, when you high level you go, you get more and more less tournaments anyway. It's around about the 30k stage range onwards that you start getting like solo tournaments if you're lucky and stuff like that. Especially if you hit end cap, so there's 108,000 at the moment. When you hit end cap, you get a solo tournament anyway because you're maxed. So that's the reason a lot of people try to push to that stage. And regarding to tactics, when you get to late game like this stage, normally the tactics of tournament is to do prep work before. So in between tournament, level your books of shadows. Then just before tournament, bank some relics. So you do a couple of runs, but don't spend your relics, just bank them, so stockpile. And then when you start a tournament, use that to level up your artifacts or buy new artifacts, so go banking. But when you're late game, it doesn't really matter about banking, because when you're at a stage like I am now, like 97, then the differences of banking doesn't make much. So you can pretty much level in and outside tournament, because inside tournament you're still pushing anyway. It's a bit weird. There's not much strategy change late game than it is mid game. But I find, I still sometimes I push outside of tournament and I still get first place. It's just basically when you're in tournament, it's just how much time or an effort you can be bothered to push, like to do as many runs as you can. So that's the only difference really. Now with if you've got, as I said, if you've got any questions, leave a comment below. This is a bit of a short one. It's just a quick update. But again, with this one, because it's a slow grind, I'm pretty much doing like, I don't know, a couple hundred stages a week, because it is really slow at this stage. So if you want anything specific questions, leave below. I'll answer the next video. Apart from that, I'll just do videos when there's a significant push or grind, and let you know how I did it and how I'm progressing. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.